There are no words for this. In one sense, words are what got us into this mess. Concepts, ideas, identities, beliefs. Starting with labels, objects, the self, the I sense, the ability to reflect inward into consciousness, perceive ourselves as something separate. What's strange is when we perceive ourselves as something separate, we perceive ourselves as that thought of separateness. That's the movement of consciousness becoming self-reflective, self-consciousness. And at first it's completely innocent. And it's not solid at all. It's a fleeting experience or a momentary thought. But as we develop, as we get older, it starts to become more solid, more reliable, so to speak. Meaning we reference back to it frequently. Who am I? How do I fit into everything? Who are my family members? What's important to me? Who's important to me? And that storyline starts to become more and more real, more and more frequently experienced, until it feels solid, confining, feels like there's a very real, discrete, separate me or I that actually exists on its own. If you really think about this, it's pretty tragic. I mean, if you really exist as some solo, separate, discrete entity that's going to die, and it's separate from everything around you, you'll pick at scraps. You'll try to form relationships to get back to that sense of unity or oneness. You'll try to find the missing piece, fill the void. And what you'll use to do that will be more beliefs, more identities. So instead of turning back and starting to investigate what it is that started causing us to feel contracted, small, discrete, separate, we go the other direction. We actually add more identities, more belief structures, more seeking. We start to imagine the future more and more and more, not realizing that that's what's making us feel so uncomfortable. And then we just add another layer of inauthenticity, of seeking. We add layers of meaning and purpose. We keep imagining and picturing the future, not realizing this is just making us feel more and more distance from the truth, the living truth of this moment, which knows no separation, doesn't know discrete, separate entities. It's not bound by those thoughts and beliefs that structure that world. It's not bound by anything. It's not an it. It's not a separate, discrete thing or principle or process. It's all processes. It's all things that are no thing. It's free of all designations. It's free of all fixation, position, free of grasping, free of the need to land anywhere, free of the need to come to any conclusion, free of the need to monitor, free of the need to measure, free of the need to assess progress, free of definition. Free of any specific way of being, free of having to reference back to principles, ideas we have about ourselves. This true nature, This unborn nature is free of all of that. It's free of any abiding reality. It's not even bound by existence or non-existence, by real or unreal. The access to this is infinite. It's in every experience. It's in the most calm, peaceful experiences. It's in the most challenging, painful experiences. It's the fabric of everything, and it is everything. And it's no thing. So how can we describe this? It's not possible. How can we characterize this? It's not possible. It's also not necessary. I can't tell you what it is, because if I relate words and concepts, then you may become stuck with words and concepts. But this kind of interaction, even if it's over video, allows a certain opening, recognition, remembrance. It is your true nature. Now subtract the you. Subtract anything you ever learned about yourself. Subtract what you remember about yourself. Facts. Subtract the belief there's a body and a world, an inside and an outside, a self and another. Subtract all that, and what is remaining? What's still here? That. Don't grab it. Don't label it. Don't plan on how you're going to describe it. Those are passing thoughts. This, it's not passing. It's not coming or going. The simplicity is exquisite. And it's also completely ordinary. So let's not try to turn it into something. Let's not try to catch it like a butterfly in a net. There's nothing you need to understand about this. We're not talking about understanding. So you can let go of understanding. Let go of the need to understand. If that letting go comes with it some sensations, might feel like fear, disorientation, that's okay. We've still never moved from our true nature. What's being pointed to here can easily accommodate all of that. It accommodates all movement. It accommodates stillness. And its nature never changes and is never tainted by anything. So we abide where we have no choice but to abide. It's a joke. It's a conundrum. But there is something to be discovered. Discovered. Remove the veil of thought, the veil of understanding, including spiritual understanding, including your own past, your own history. Remove that veil. Burn the map, and the territory is obvious. Where are you going to go? Where could you go? Never gone anywhere. So there's nothing to contemplate here. Nothing to conclude. You don't need to inquire into this. What is it? Or if you do, don't look for an answer. Not an answer in words and thoughts and concepts. Just more of this.